Hey guys, it's me again. Your real friend promised to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. So guys, we're back 2018. A lot of you have been asking where the videos are. The videos are back, guys. They're back. And we're back with a boom, with a boom. We're back, guys. Don't worry. Took a little break, nyana, festive, but we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Guys, today I want to discuss the topic of rape culture. Yes, guys, I know it's a very tricky topic, but I realized something, guys, and I want to share it with you guys. A lot of friends and family told me not to talk about this for obvious reasons. You know, certain things are taboo and nobody wants us to speak about them. When some of my friends were saying, hey man, the feminists are going to attack you. Like, no. I thought about it, and the one thing that came to mind is the fact that we expect rape victims to talk about rape and what happened, even though they go through the trauma and the bad experiences, but we want them to talk about it so it can be solved, right? But how do we expect that to happen if we have no link to it, but we are afraid to talk about it? Then we are not normalizing the situation. And once something can't be discussed, then they won't feel as comfortable about talking about it. So, when you think about it, you're making the situation worse by not being open about it. When you shine your light, you allow other people to shine their light. So that's what I'm basically trying to do with this. Guys, this is what I realized. I was walking through the park one day. You know, one of those thoughts you have when you see a tree, then you see a bird, then after you see the bird, you're like, oh, yeah, I can learn about life science. Those thoughts where you link. Yeah. So I was walking through the park, and I'm like, oh, kind of this other girl lives close by. And I was like, ish, yeah, she used to give us the little scoop, and Jan. Then I thought about this other incident, or this other story that happened, right? This happened like a year ago. It happened a year ago, and at that time, I was seeing a lot of tweets pop up about rape culture, you know? So I was also learning about rape culture. Oh, this rape culture, this is what happening. Fine. So after that, she was telling us a story. You know, when she's telling us the latest scoop and everything, and she's telling us, hey, I think we're in grade 11 or 12. So fine. So I think one of the questions was, oh, is whoever and whoever a virgin? She's like, nah, she's not a virgin. We're like, yeah, man, but she's not dating. She's like, yeah, because I scared obviously she was a good girl, or in our eyes. We're like, I'll watch him, you know. And I know that that is tricky and that is, but at that time, guys, we are all healing, guys. We are all healing. I just learned about this, so this video is not made to step on any toes. So it's my take on rape culture and what's been happening and how I'm learning about it. And I'm still here to learn more. That's why I'm putting it out so that I can get responses and learn more about it. But because I realized something. I want other people, because a lot of people are not aware of what's happening. So she tells us, okay, fine. No, she was with, let's name this guy Bucks. Okay, so this girl and Bucks were vibing, right? They were vibing. Then after that, it was a situation where they were in the car and it was late and she needed to go home. And by what she said, and this is what she said, this is what the person, Mom Gobos, let's call her Mom Gobos. This is what Mom Gobos told us. Mom Gobos is like, Bucks adlali, Bucks white sea. So, I mean, at that time, nothing is wrong, you know. Fine. So she says, from the situation, the chick wanted to go home, and Bucks told her, no, if you want to go home, we are not leaving this place, or you're not leaving this car until you tell me, or you give me what I want to get. Okay, fine. So, you know, when you have information and there's a certain history and they link and you just have this explosion in your head and you're like, oh, that type of thought. It's like when they tell you, no, your uncle is not your uncle, is actually your grandfather's child who is. Okay, it's the same thing, but you guys get what I'm saying. When you think of something, you're like, oh, it makes sense now. I had that moment. So I was thinking, okay, fine. So, because I'm learning about rape culture and I hear this scenario, I'm like, yeah, that was actually rape. I'm like, eh. So, you know that thing where you keep on thinking of different scenarios and like, eh. No. This is a thing. This is a thing. This is not even actually a thing. It's huge. It's actually huge. Another situation was when, I think it happened last year, it was the whole Swazi rape thing on Twitter. So let me tell you the story on that. There's this kid, his name is Swazi. Oh, that's his nickname. That's what his friend was calling him in the video. The video that trended on Twitter. Swazi was engaging in a sexual act with an unconscious girl on the patch of grass at the party. Fine. So this is, when you think about it, it's what sometimes happens at parties. It's wrong, but bear with me. So after that, Twitter goes wild. Twitter goes crazy. Swazi must go to jail. We don't care how old Swazi is. I think the girl was between the ages of 13 and 15. She was pretty young, and Swazi was around about, he was below 18. So I don't think you could go to actual jail, but he was also fairly young. And the thing that actually got me was the fact that he replied to everyone with a video. And this is what he said. He said, guys, I did not rape her. You guys need to get educated on what rape is. I'm like, no, don't say that. Shh. You're making it worse. What you did was rape. They ate him alive, man, which he deserved. Any punishment that he got after that, he obviously deserved because of the deed he did. But you could see that he did not actually realize what he did. People think that there's one level of rape, that there's just rape, and rape is violent, rape is forced. People don't understand that there's different forms of rape. There's one that I learned on, but we'll get to that one, and this one is going to be the last one at the end there. We saved that one. And yeah, so the one thing I understood is that people are ignorant, or people are not educated on the whole rape culture thing. And what's actually surprising was the fact that people think that rape is one-dimensional, and rape will never or never was one-dimensional. There's different forms of rape. Some people still think that rape cannot occur within a marriage. Some people think that rape cannot occur if the person is your girlfriend or boyfriend. And it's a thing where there is no consent, it's rape. It does not matter what link you have with this person if consent is not given. One tweet that I read that I actually felt was really, really mind-provoking was this guy said that rape culture is so deep, and one of the things that shows how deep it is the fact that every time there's an outcry of rape, the first question asked is, did she say no? And that's the problem. The first question should be, did she say yes? Because even though she does not say no out loud, did she give any consent of any form? It's tricky, guys. It's very tricky, but we must talk. We must talk. We are all learning, and it's big. We must talk, guys. We must talk. We must normalize this, so that we discussed it. We discussed this, and once we discussed it, that people can feel more comfortable about talking. It's not taboo, guys. We must talk. We must talk. If you're getting uncomfortable, this is what the conversation must do. How do you think that victims feel? The majority of the time it's female, because the rape culture is that. It's culture. The thing about culture is that some people don't actually realize of how bad a culture is. Not everything that's legal is right. Not everything that's a culture is right. Apartheid was legal. It was not right. Apartheid was a culture. Racism in certain places or certain countries or certain locations is a culture, but it does not make it right. And it's not a black thing where black men are trash. That's why certain people said that they could actually come out and say that this is what's happening and this is what people need to do. So you need to understand that it's an actual culture. And that does not make it right. Now, the one thing that, this is the one that I said I was saving for you guys. This is the one that I was saving for you. This is rape by deception. Now, rape by deception is when the victim gives consent to the rapist by false pretense. So the victim gives consent to the rapist by false consent, meaning if right now you okay, sharp, let's put it like this. This is a video that trended on Facebook a while ago. So this girl was confronting this guy in the morning, saying that, hey man, the deed happened, where's my money? And it trended. So technically that is rape by deception, because this guy lied and said, I have the money, let's do the deed. They did the deed, where was the money? So it's a rape by deception. Sharp. Another one, this one I know people, I'm not going to be popular for this one, but guys, we talk, and I'm not perfect. I have a thought, you tell me I'm wrong, you tell me I'm right, you'll tell me. But it's when you engage, you sleep with someone and say, okay, fine, we sleep together, I give you the title. She wants the title. She wants to be your girlfriend. You promise her the title. She says, okay, fine. Yeah, let's do it. After you do it, you say, no, I don't want to be your boyfriend. Rape by deception. It's tricky, guys. Talk to me. Talk to me, guys. And a lot of people have fallen victim to that. But let's not go on and on and on. The sad thing about this whole rape culture thing, guys, is the fact that a lot of females have lost their virginity through rape, and they don't even know it. Because the rape is a culture. It's not a South African thing. It's a global thing. It's happening everywhere. Certain gender roles of how certain people, or let me just say, men think that women are there for them or to please their needs and stuff like that. Guys, rape culture is a thing, and it's big, and you must talk about it. But most of all, you must get to the bottom of it. So talk to me, comment, let's talk, guys. Any platform that you're on, let's talk, guys, and let's discuss this. Because the more we normalize it, the more we're gonna fix it. The more we can take people out, guys, like they're doing in Hollywood. They are taking people out. They're saying, this producer and this guy, they did this to me, and it's coming because a lot of people did not know that they were actually being violated. So same here, guys. We must talk about it so people can know they can heal. Guys, let's talk, guys. It's a beautiful day, guys. I know that the topic is heavy, but why aren't you smiling?